Hello and welcome to the Flipping and Wholesaling Houses in New York show. I am in a bad light area over here. Lights in my face. I go there. You got a beautiful view. I don't know if you can see. I'm in the south of Israel at a very nice place. So I did a video last week about the roller coaster ride on a certain deal that I did, where it was really up and down. I thought the deal was going to die. I thought the deal was great. Ended up closing out. We did okay. And I got some comments about it that, wow, you must be a genius. And I got to tell you, I'm no genius, right? The only difference between me and a lot of people watching is that I have failed a million times. That I have lost deals, made mistakes, done all those things a million times. That's the difference. And as I look at life more and more, we think people that are successful have this super talent or super luck or had some kind of crazy advantage. And as I see it more and more, I know it's just that people who are successful have failed a million times more than people who are unsuccessful. People who are unsuccessful fail and give up, and people who are successful persist and keep going through it. So on the deal that we discussed, where there was just so many problems, because I've failed so many times and lost deals, I try to remove myself from the outcome, and that's not easy. I know in the beginning you're desperate to close something, and if something falls apart, you get disappointed and upset. That still happens to me. Don't worry when things go bad. But I can, in some way, this thing is splashing onto my phone. In some ways, I can remove myself from the outcome by saying that if the deal dies, I'm not going to be upset, and that I understand that there are many, many things that are out of control. So really, it's a combination, right? Because as you fail a lot, right, as you grow in this business or any endeavor, you learn to tolerate these things happening where deals disappear, deals fall apart. The truth is, really, what can we do as investors? We can go get leads, right? We can qualify leads. We can make appointments. We can make offers. That's a really important one. And we can close. But we can't make people say yes to us. We can't make people allow us to have an appointment. We can't make people close the deal. We can't make title issues disappear. We can't do those things, right? There's so much in every deal that's out of our control, right? You can do everything right, have a great deal, and then it dies because of something completely out of your control. So what is that got? I don't know what the hell that is. So we have to understand that we can only control what we can control. All we can do is all we can do. And as you fail a million times in this business, you learn that, right? This thing is eating, waves are coming up and eating my phone from the hot tub. So what I think you need to understand is that as you do something, whether it's talking to sellers or closing deals or whatever you're doing, it could be anything. And as you fail more, your mind starts to tolerate the fact that certain things are going to happen that you cannot control. Certain deals are going to end up dying. Certain things are going to happen that you can't foresee, right? You can't foresee a title issue. On the deal I had, I was told that it was a married couple and one spouse died, and then I found out later that they had divorced for 30 years. I had no way to know that, no way to control that. But luckily, really dumb luck that they took title in a certain way that allowed us to close. And that was, there were stuff in that deal I didn't even talk about, right? There's an occupant that said she was related to the dead spouse, and I thought she was going to challenge it, but I thought she had rights to the property, but in the end she didn't, because title was taken as joint tenants, and it wasn't even taken on the deed written as joint tenants. It was written in, like, it just said their names, and then it just, a little arrow up, it said as joint tenants. And because of the stupid little arrow and 3 words, it didn't matter that they were divorced. It didn't matter at all, because the seller who was selling to me had full rights to the property and inherited the dead spouse, even though they weren't married at the time, because they took title as joint tenants. So this is luck. A lot of times it's luck. So luck can work in your favor, and luck will work the other way, right? And they say, one of the truest things I've ever heard is that the harder you work, the luckier you get. So, like, as you continue to do these things and talk to sellers will come back, that you spoke to years ago, right? Now, a lot of people don't speak to sellers for years. They get this business for a few months, and then they get out of the business. So they're not going to get that deal in 3 years later because the phone number's not working, or because they're not going to know what to do, or the seller's not going to be able to contact them. But if you stick around and you're persistent and consistent, right? That means you market consistently and you're persistent in that you don't take no for an answer, like in the deal I discussed, then good things happen, right? The luckier you get, right? The harder you work, the luckier you get. So I think that you've got to understand, and I've said this before, that the difference between someone successful or unsuccessful is a successful person has failed many, many more times than the unsuccessful. When you accept that failure is part of the journey to success, then when a seller tells you to drop dead, or when a deal you thought was going to close drops dead and doesn't close, you still get disappointed, right? I still get disappointed when a deal that I think is going to close doesn't close, but you can accept it as part of the journey. And if you do this for long enough, you realize that some deals are going to die the day before the closing for reasons you never anticipated, and some deals are going to come back from the dead out of nowhere years later. And good things happen to those who stick with it. Most people do not stick with it. Not just real estate investing, almost any endeavor, most people do not stick with it, right? They try it and they say it wasn't for me. They try it and it doesn't work. So the key to success is to fail as many times to work at it, to fail as many times as you can, and to understand that to become successful, you're going to have to fail a lot more than the people who are not successful, right? You're going to have to. Don't try to fail, but failure is part of anything, any endeavor. Will Smith has great stuff on this. He says, if you're not failing, you're not. Does he say it? I think so. If you're not failing, you're not even trying. No, Denzel Washington also. They both have great motivational things to people, telling them how their journey had failure in it. Right? Will Smith just effed up by slapping Chris Rock. I mean, he's gonna get past it because I think he's a good guy. He just did something stupid. At least from his motivational stuff. I don't know him, obviously, but you need to accept and expect failure on your way to success, and doing that will change your mindset completely, because you won't look at it as the end. You'll look at it as just one more step in the right direction. So I highly recommend, because the bubbles went out, and I think it probably sounds better. There's kids in the pool next to me. I hope this was helpful to you. If you're interested in all the ways I can help you, go to howtoflipnewyork.com or learntoflipandwholesale.com. If you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe. If you're watching on any media channel, please click the thumbs up. Where's my thumb? There it is. The likes really help the algorithm. A lot more people get to see my videos, so thank you. And what else? Oh, please keep the comments coming. This came from a comment. Ask me any question you want. It does not have to be of the video you're watching. If it's something simple, I'll just reply with an answer. If it's something that I've covered recently, I'll send you a link to a video on it. And if it's something new or that I haven't covered in a while, I'll do a brand new video on it. What else? Oh yeah, listen, I post 5 times a week. I don't always know what to say, so your comments and questions really give me food for thought, things to say, and also let me answer your questions, which I think is really the point of this video, is to help you as much as I can. So thank you very, very much for watching.